Good morning, everyone. I'm supposed to speak loudly. I'd like to welcome you to this workshop. I'm really delighted that you're all been able to come here. And I would like to start by thanking the Chancellor, Professor Laughlin, and Angela for the fantastic work they have done and for their hospitality. So before we get started, so this is the Hawaiian hospitality, and I carried leis all the way from Hawaii. And Angela, you're going to laugh, but it's wet. What happened is I tried to save it in the refrigerator yesterday, and when I took it out this morning, it was frozen. Oh. So it's okay. It's you can put it on anyway. Okay. Oh, that's nice. But it might stay. Okay, so if you'd like to come here and say whatever.
So I'd like to introduce Chancellor Laughlin. He's only been with us since February, but he's also a faculty member at the astronomy, and I'm very pleased that he agreed to say some words of welcome to you guys.
Good morning, welcome to Missouri. This is a great place to be. And again, sometimes you're in the right place at the right time. It's rare to be where we're going to be in 2017 in terms of being right in the path of a total eclipse of the sun. I'm a physicist, not an astronomer. I have had the occasion to teach astronomy at the very lowest level, so I know my limitations. I'm always awestruck by a group like this. My last job was being president of Texas A&M University, which also had a pretty robust program in physics and astronomy, and we were partners in the Giant Magellan Telescope, which I've had occasion to visit the Mirror production facility in Arizona a few times, and I was heading to Chile, in fact, just before I got this job, so it's interesting how I missed that little trip. But I'm excited. I remember back in the late 1960s, there was a total eclipse of the sun out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the ocean somewhere, and I had a professor who taught astrophysics, and he just couldn't wait to get out there. So he was gone from class for 2 whole weeks and gave me a lot of homework to do. But he was out for that and came back with some great pictures, some great stories about that event. I remember the late 70s, we had a total eclipse of the sun in this country then. That was a great time for us. And we had an annual eclipse a couple of years ago, which was visible where I was at Texas A&M. And so I've, every now and then I had the occasion to be at the right place at the right time. But this is unique. And I really want to appreciate the sponsorship. I know the NSF has provided funding for this, as well as others. We really appreciate that support. This is all about really science, but also the ability to communicate science to the public. Think about the opportunity you have across a swath of America here to be able to introduce children, adults who have no real sense of this, to an exciting moment and use that moment to teach. That's what this is really all about to me. I know the science would be great, we can figure that out, but we have opportunities elsewhere in the world to collect the data. That's not really unique to this, but this uniqueness is being in the middle of a populous country, hopefully on a day we can see it, and to be able to use that moment to teach. Those don't come along very often, and I believe that's going to be the real payoff of this kind of an event. So this workshop is very critical to begin the planning process. The good news about astronomy is you have a long time to plan. You know these things are going to happen well in advance. So we have the time. And I really applaud you for coming together, giving of your skills, your abilities, your time to be able to help make this a truly rare moment for our nation and for our people especially. So thank you for that. And again, welcome to Mizzou. Hope you have a chance to, it's a little warm today, but I hope you can walk the campus a bit. This is a truly beautiful, my 7th university to be at. This is the prettiest I've ever been at. Truly it is. This is a place, several chancellors ago, Barbara Ewing actually did a lot of work to try to make this campus better, and she really succeeded, and we've maintained that ever since. This is a very busy week. Classes start Monday, so we have a lot of kids coming on board right now, so you'll see the youth out there, which always makes me excited. The start of a new semester was always a good time for me as a professor. I really enjoyed being able to feel the spirit and the excitement and energy these young people bring to us right now. And you'll see about 1,000 young ladies who are rushing for sororities this week. They're all dressed up in spite of the heat, and they're parading around the campus right now doing their thing. So hope we get a chance to walk around the campus just a little bit, besides working here with Angela and her team. But again, thank you for being here. Thank you, Angela, and your partners, because you've done all the work. I get no credit for this. You've done all the work. She's exceptional. This lady and I cross paths fairly often, not just in the context of physics and astronomy. So she's a very engaged member of our faculty here and is very passionate about communicating science to everyone. And that's what this is all about, too. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you. Do you want to say something?
I'm just going to hold this. So welcome, everybody. So this is more of a, if you need anything, I'm the person you harass. I can tell you where things are and how to find things. We have a plan for lunchtime to head over to a spot in downtown where we're going to take our solar telescopes and do some outreach. And I'm hoping most of you will come along and at least watch what we're up to, if not, join in. And we will have the buses to ferry people over there, but it's also maybe a mile and a half at tops to walk over there, although it's going to be steamy by then. You thought it was steamy this morning, right? Just welcome. I'm glad that you all found your way here, and I'm going to let Shadia take over.
So again, thank you all for coming. And before we get going, I also would like to acknowledge and thank Chris Kaukali from the Institute for Astronomy for almost single-handedly taking care of all the financial aspects of the travel support and the preparations. Of course, we owe NSF a big thanks for their financial support that has enabled the attendance of many of you. We have about maybe 46 attendees, and there could be a few more this morning coming in. Now, of course, this is like a group activity and a workshop where each one of us has to get engaged. So I really, please do not hesitate to bring up any questions or ideas you want all along. I had distributed the agenda, so I'm going to start with just a few presentations, formal in the sense that they're prepared. But then we're going to break up into group discussions. And you can decide, I think Don is going to get us started in that direction. And then you can choose which group is best suited for what you would like to do, and then we go from there.